Hi guys, it's your Island Girl and I'm back with another reaction video for you today. And today we're reacting to 9 things I would change about the USA after living in the UK for 10 years. Now I'm getting this one from Girl Gone London. Love her content. Please go over and show her some love. The link will be in the description below so you can go over and check her channel out. You can tell her Island Girl sent you over there, all right? So I'm eager and I'm excited to hear what are the 9 things that she would change in the USA because she loved those 9 things in the UK. All right. So what changes would she make? I am thinking maybe gun control, healthcare, but those are some of the ones that I am pretty used to. What else will she have on the list? Let's find out. So come on in, wrap back, put a smile on your face, and enjoy. To all my regular schmeglers, day one, sweetie pies, sweetie poos. Come on in, wrap back, put a smile on your face, and enjoy this reaction with your island girl. All right? Without further ado, let's get into this video. Here we go, right about now.
American rest stops are where all your dreams go to die. Like, and maybe you. Like, you don't need to FaceTime anybody else. You don't need to see them. Just call them. We don't need to see, you remember what they look like. Hey guys, welcome back to the Girl Gone London channel.
Hey.
If you're new here, my name is Kaylin. I'm a dual UK and American citizen. And today I am talking about my controversial opinions about America, or the things that I think America should change after having lived in the UK. There is a UK version of this video to check out as well. And also, please know that this video is not going to be addressing things like guns or healthcare, because those things are so obvious and so done in every single video. So these are kind of like my more in-depth and kind of silly, controversial things I feel should change about America.
Okay.
Number one, the banking system in America, dumb. So dumb. Always behind. We did not get like chip and pin cards until way after the UK. We didn't get contactless until after the UK. They're always behind in terms of like just debit and credit card possibilities. A lot of banks charge you a fee for having an account at the bank, which I do know I think does exist in some parts of the UK, but seems like a lot less common here. I mean, you can pay like for like a special account here, but in America, like a lot of just basic bank accounts have a fee if you don't do like 86 different transactions correctly or have like $8 million in the account. And also, you can't move easily. You can't move money easily from one person to the next from different bank accounts in America. Blows my mind, having lived in the UK. Somebody was like, oh, well, just pay me back. Like, I'll give you my account number. I'm like, what? How am I going to put money into your bank when we don't have the same bank? And they're like, you just transfer it. I'm like, between different banks? And they're like, yeah, you can pay money into a British person's bank account if you have two things known as their account number and sort code. Easily done. It's how most people like pay bills or just pay people back for stuff or pay for, it's just easy. It's so easy. There's no fee. Easy. In America, they're like, oh, well, you owe me like $20 for the dinner that we just had. So like, I can like send you a PayPal request. I'm like, why are we PayPaling or Venmoing is the kind of like cash or money transferring app in the US. Like we need a separate app to transfer money between banks. And in the UK, it's all just baked in. It's all just easily done. So American banking, it's so annoying. And I feel like we really need to get with the times. The UK is way ahead of the US when it comes to banking. Okay, then.
What? You can just transfer from one bank to any other bank in the UK. Are you guys serious? Not here in the US. If you and I don't share the same bank, I can just go into my bank account and just send money to you to an external bank account just like that. It doesn't work that way. Interesting. And Yeah, we're behind when it come on to the PIN and the debit card transaction and all of that. But that's a shocker. I'm not gonna lie. We are behind indeed. And paperless, we just got into paperless. You when she now that she said it, you gotta think about it. I'm like, yeah, you have all these apps to give somebody money from PayPal to Cash App to Venmo to listen to me, man. There are so many different apps that you can transfer money, but not necessarily from bank to bank. I never really thought of it, but that's a good one. Let's continue.
Next controversial opinion. This is honestly the dumbest controversial. I don't know. Is this controversial? I think Americans should eat. So there are fries in America called chips in the UK. So that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I feel like Americans should have more opportunities to eat them with meals. Now, I know you're going to joke in the comments and in your head and whatever about how Americans don't need to eat more fries. Like, okay, overall, yes, I get it. However, hear me out. Here in the UK, it's very acceptable to eat chips or fries with so many different things. Like, so many different meals, it just makes sense. For instance, pizza. Like, pizza and fries is a very acceptable combination.
Weird combination, but
in America, it's not. In America, if you have pizza, you don't have fries because they don't go together.
Yep.
British people also eat something, and everyone says I say this incorrectly, but it's called like a chip buddy. I know people say buddy because I don't say the T, but it's basically a French fry sandwich. And I'm not saying that everyone like eats this for lunch, but it's like something that people can enjoy, have probably heard of. Putting French fries in a sandwich, genius. Why do Americans not do that? Americans, I feel like we limit the number of things we're willing to eat fries with. And I just feel like we should expand on that because if I could eat one food for the rest of my life, it would be fries or chips. That's definitely what I would land on. And so I feel like in the UK, I just have so much more opportunity to eat them with all kinds of different meals and not look weird. Whereas in America, if I order a pizza, they're going to think it's weird if I also order fries. And I think that we should change that. Okay, next thing.
I get where she's coming from. It seems like a weird combination if you eat chips with pizza or fries and pizza. It just don't seem like it sit well together. Chip butty. I think I'm saying it correctly because I've been told in the comment section it's not by my regular schmegler is like it's butty. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I'm right on that pronunciation. But it is cool to know that you guys eat chips or fries with anything and it doesn't look weird to anyone. But here in the US, if you really do that, people be looking like ew, why would you do that? Or look at you strange like, okay, why are you doing that? That could never taste good. Without even trying it, they're gonna tell you how it tastes. So I'm yet to see anybody try pizza and fries. Like I said, what a combination. Number 3.
American rest stops, like off of a highway or motorway, horrible, awful. I moved to the UK and I went to like a UK rest stop. I would go on a date in some of them.
What?
Like they will have like full restaurants sometimes.
Oh.
Usually very clean. A very welcoming experience. American rest stops are where all your dreams go to die. Like, and maybe you. They're just, it's not good. They're disgusting. There's a couple like within the US that are like, oh, America's like best rest stops. They're not anything compared to a UK rest stop. It's going on a trip in the UK. I look forward to needing to go to the rest stop. I really look forward to it. Like there's also one, is it called T-Bay? Yeah. T-Bay, is that how you say it? There's one when you go up to the north of England. So like genuinely, I would just go there on like a staycation. I'm like, just take me to T-Bay services. We'll get something to eat. We'll like go like look at the ducks by the lake. So calming. American rest stops, really not the same. And I feel like American rest stops need to up their game to the level of British rest stops. Okay, the next one.
So when it comes to rest stop, I've been to a few while traveling from Kentucky up to New York, and they're not looked over properly, to be honest with you. It's not a top notch, like she said. So I am going to agree with her on rest stops. Sometimes they're so nasty, it's not even funny. So I've never been to the UK, so I don't know what their rest stop look like, but it sounds like it's amazing compared to what she says. Like you can go on a date in one of those rest stops. That's how nice it is. Let's move on.
Is tap water. Because tap water across most of the UK, all the parts of the UK I've come across, tastes pretty good. You just literally have it out of the tap, enjoy it, good to go. No problems.
Okay.
American tap water, that's not the case in a lot of places, especially growing up in Florida. American tap water tastes like sulfur. It is really disgusting, and most people do not drink Florida tap water out of the tap because it is so awful. This isn't the case in every single place because obviously geographical differences mean that different states will have different access to better tap water. But tap water in the US, not good. A lot of people drink bottled water because of this, whereas in the UK, bottled water is very uncommon for various reasons, but also because the tap water is just ready to go, ready to drink. So I guess my controversial opinion is I don't like most American tap water. It tastes disgusting. It probably has 8 million chemicals that are slowly killing you, and it's not an enjoyable experience. So when I go home to America, I do drink water out of a bottle because like the tap water is just not good. So that's my next controversial opinion. Okay.
Tap water. I will agree with her to an extent. Like she said, it depends on the geographical area that you're in. Because as for Alaska, when you drink the tap water here, flowing out of the pipe just like that, it is amazing. This is one state, and if you guys can look it up if you want to, that they say you can drink the tap water. It is clean, it is good, it's refreshing, and then you know it's coming out very cold. It's like ready to drink. In the New York, it's recommended not to. In Kentucky, it was recommended not to drink the tap water. In um, uh, New Jersey, I was told do not drink the tap water. So here we go again, like she said. But tap water in some states you cannot drink. Period. It's nasty, filled with chemical. So yeah, if they can change everything across the 50 states for it to be as refreshing as it is in Alaska and clean as it is, then I'd say yes. I'd agree with that because there's always some water issue somewhere in some states here.
Okay, next up, the interior of American fast food restaurants. Let's specifically talk McDonald's because this is where like a major comparison comes in.
Okay.
American McDonald's, again, they make you depressed. You're like, ugh, I'm in a McDonald's. Like, I'm excited because I'm about to get a McFlurry, but also like I don't feel good about myself being here. British McDonald's, so nice. It's clean. Like they're gonna have some sort of like the tappy like checkout. What is it, like the self order screens? They got those way before the US. Like so you don't have to even interact with anybody. You just kind of do your thing, wait for your number. British McDonald's have just, they're far superior. The interior is far superior. You don't feel bad about your life being in a British McDonald's. At least I don't. I go in and I'm like, this is like a gleaming world of fast food. I'm kind of inspired. American McDonald's, no. Just the design, they're dirtier. They're just like a lot of them don't have the self-service things still. And I don't know exactly the reason for that, but they're just, it's not on the same level. So I remember moving to the UK and I was like, even UK fast food places are better than American ones. So yeah, I like how this video so far has covered like French fries and McDonald's because classic American, but I just prefer the interior of British McDonald's better. Okay, the next thing.
I know I'm pausing, but here goes. Because I have to pause, guys, because I will forget what I have to say at the end if I wait. So, the McDonald's here, I gotta say, I don't have the experience with the UK because I've never traveled there before, but the McDonald's here in Alaska, I'm not gonna lie, they are so cleanly. They have a kids area and it's clean. Their bathrooms are clean. So, and they do have that self-serve where you go. And we've been having them for years, and I've been here for umpteen years. So, so yeah. New York though, oh Jesus, it's nasty. I've been in some in New York and they're nasty. They just look run down and yeah. So I get, and she's always talking about Florida. So I'm guessing the ones that she's used to in Florida is not up to par. So I'll agree with her.
Thing is Americans seem to think that everybody needs to listen to their phone conversation. And I know we can be loud as Americans, but when we're on the phone, A, we get louder. B, it seems to be that everybody in America thinks they need to be on speakerphone or FaceTiming without headphones in. If you go through an American airport filled with Americans, because mostly we travel domestically, everyone there is like on the phone with their mom, fine, but they're like FaceTiming her. They're not even like actually like looking at the person. They're kind of like holding it here, but they're like somehow on video, and everybody can hear both sides of the conversation. This just seems far more socially acceptable in America. Definitely not socially acceptable in the UK, though. Like, wow. I'm sure a couple people do it, but so annoying. Well, I say annoying, but like sometimes I do want to hear the other side of the conversation because I'm nosy. But from a standpoint of like my own personal like bubble, I don't necessarily want to hear your phone conversation in public. You being on the phone is one thing. Me also hearing the response from the other end is another. And I just feel like Americans need to stop this. Like we need to stop FaceTiming in public. You don't even need to FaceTime people. You only do that when like you haven't talked to your grandma in like 3 months and you want her to remember what you look like. Or, you know, maybe you're on the phone with like your significant other that's like long distance. Like you don't need to FaceTime anybody else. You don't need to see them. Just call them. We don't need to see, you remember what they look like. So FaceTiming in public or having someone on speaker in public, very American thing. Hate it. Like, please stop doing it.
On board with her 100%. It's something that I cannot stand. It's like everybody and their mama and the cat and the dog and everybody. They're on the phone. It's blazing on speaker. It's turned up so loud you can hear their conversation, hear the full-on conversation. They're on FaceTime. Same thing. It's like there's no privacy whatsoever. And they don't care where they could be in the bank. They could be even in the library. It doesn't matter where they are. It's like, yeah, it's annoying. People need to think about others around them as well. Yeah, there can be some sweet story that is very interesting and you want to hear, but yeah, we're just being nosy because if it's sweet, who wouldn't want to hear that? But I'm just saying, yeah, people need to change that. And I don't think it's just the US alone. People do it a lot all over.
Okay, my next controversial opinion about America is that security at American airports is so weirdly slow and inefficient. So living in the UK, I go through some of the world's absolute busiest airports. Heathrow, Gatwick, like London airports are funneling people through. I don't wait that long in a security line typically in a UK airport. I'll go to an American airport. It could be like Tulsa, Oklahoma. I've never been to that airport, so people are going to be like, that's the best airport. I could be in some random American airport, like 10 people flying through, and it takes an hour to get through security. It's the same. Is it the same security process? I think it's roughly the same security process, like between countries. It's not entirely different. It's not like the UK just completely waves you on through while America is doing like a full body search. Like It's roughly similar. Some people will get called out of line, whatever. But the UK is just so efficient, typically, with airport security. I know, like, not all of the time, not every single time you're going to tell me about the time you waited for like 4 hours at Luton. Like, I get it. But in general, American security just seems to be almost always so slow. Why? Someone answer this question for me. Let's speed it up. Like, let's get a system. Let's update something. Let's figure out why you have to be dropped off 8 hours early at like the Tampa airport. I don't even know if there's an airport in Tampa. You guys, I'm just making stuff up for this video. But you just really have to plan your time really, really well when getting to an American airport because the security is probably going to be slow. In the UK, yes, you do. Obviously, security it takes how long it takes, but it just always seems faster in the UK. Next up,
security. Security is slow, slow, slow. You have a flight, like she said, you better be 4 or 5 hours there to get. It's really, even if you check in online, you check your luggage. It's I don't know. It's just something about the US airports. I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't matter which end you're going through. It doesn't matter if it's Chicago. It doesn't matter if it's New York, Alaska. It does. To me, it is slow as can be, and I think that needs to be adjusted. I really do. That's one right there where I'm like, yeah, I'm on board with her 100% on that. Banking system, yes, I'm aboard on that as well. Let's continue.
American Thanksgiving food. And this pains me to say because I feel like I am betraying my country.
Oh.
I don't understand most American Thanksgiving food. I think most of it looks like it's already been eaten, number one. And number two, it's like this is like the day of the year when we're like, we're going to eat as much as humanly possible. But like you kind of choose like weird things that you wouldn't eat other times of the year. And, you know, I made a dig at Christmas pudding in the UK in my UK video. So I feel like, again, equal opportunity. Let's talk about American Thanksgiving food.
Okay.
I'm not a huge fan. I think like we should really revolutionize Thanksgiving. We should get rid of so many casseroles. My problem is really the casseroles. Like it just so many casseroles. And maybe it's just because I don't like a casserole. I don't know. I feel like Thanksgiving food lets me down. I don't look forward to eating it. And I basically just eat like mashed potato and bread rolls. But also that could be because I have the palate of like a 5-year-old. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, my last
Okay, let's get into this. Boy, people going to nab me up for that one, yeah? Let's put it this way. Here in the US, Thanksgiving, I'm afraid to say it. You gotta go to a black person home. Let's put it like that. You gotta go into, a period, point blank. You gotta go into a black person home for Thanksgiving. It's not about the casserole, baby. You got all different kind of dishes on that table. You eat till you drop. You have ham, you have turkey, you have fried chicken, you have curry goat, you have oxtail, you have mashed potatoes, you have mac and cheese baked with all different kind of cheese. That cheese stretched where the crust on top and so soft and in the middle. I'm sorry. This is we're talking about food here. So it's based on whose house you're in and their background, their cultural background. Yeah, on the white side is kind of your regular stuffed turkey and the blood. I'm sorry. Not saying some white people can't cook. I'm just saying. So it is what it is when it comes to whole soul and Thanksgiving food.
controversial opinion about America has to do with a restaurant that I used to know and love. And I still know, but I'm not sure I love it. And I'm really sad about that. Whether you're American or not, you might have heard of a place called Olive Garden.
Oh,
now Olive Garden is where Americans go to get a chain restaurant style of Italian food.
Yep.
Now, I have craved Olive Garden almost every time that I've gone back to the States for many, many years. I was like, yes, I know it's a chain restaurant, but Olive Garden breadsticks, amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I just want whatever, like, pasta. Like, I loved an Olive Garden. I have to say, the longer I've lived outside of the US, the more I've realized how much of a disappointment Olive Garden is.
Wow.
The pasta is not very good. There's not that much flavor. I don't even like that much flavor, but there's not that much flavor. It's all kind of like microwaved. I don't know if it actually is, but like, you know, it's kind of just like
Blah.
microwave tasting Italian chain restaurant food. I do still love the breadsticks.
The breadsticks,
but I would say my love for Olive Garden has sadly disappeared over the years. And that is a controversial opinion because Americans love an Olive Garden. Like, what could make you feel better than going to this place where you can pretend that you're in Italy for like 45 minutes? It feels like you've traveled to like Naples or Venice or somewhere and you're just enjoying like this like authentic Italian food. But no, you're in like the suburbs of Oklahoma and you're just like eating sad microwaved lasagna. And so I'm sorry, Olive Garden, never going to sponsor this channel. And this will get the Americans like really coming for me in the comments. I'm sorry. I've tried to love it still, but I just can't. Okay. That brings me to the end of this video. I realize this video and the UK controversial opinions video, they've been unscripted. They've been slightly unhinged. I've maybe been too honest about my opinions on the internet. Should probably rein it in more. But I would love to know what you thought about my opinions about these American topics in the comment section. Do you have any controversial opinions?
Okay, guys, I am not gonna lie. I did enjoy her video. Girl Gone London. This was a good one. All right, guys, let's put it this way. I agree with the security. I agree with the talking on the phone with the loudspeaker and the FaceTiming when you don't even not looking at the person. Olive Garden is not what it used to be anymore. I'll agree with that, her on that. But their breadstick is forever and I hope it will forever remain as good as it is because it's good. Their breadsticks are really good. No, I don't eat that stuff. So period pipe blank is just for the breadsticks. When it comes on to trying chips and all of that, I think that's something that we should try. I don't see anything wrong with that. The cleanliness of the McDonald's and so forth. Yeah, that needs to be upgraded. Period. A lot of places are doing upgrades. I noticed. I don't know why, but they are doing some upgrades. And the tap water. That's high up. I ate my words. I thought she was going to talk about, like I said, gun control and the healthcare, but that was nothing on the list to do with that. So love it. Love this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think? Rock back, relax, put a smile on your face, and enjoy. Be good, be kind, be safe, love each other. Love you guys, and I'll definitely catch you guys in another video. Don't forget to slap the like on this and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Catch you guys in another one. Bye.